The 7 things you should be talking about today. Number 7.
Nick Saban's had enough of your crap. He has had enough of your crap, and he wants you guys to knock it off. Former Alabama head coach Nick Saban, now a fan of the Alabama football team after retiring, is urging fans to shut up. I mean, he's not saying those exact things. He's actually urging fans to support the program, players, and coaches during the team's challenging season. You're ranked 15th. You big babies. You still have control of your destiny. You're still going to make the playoff. Stop complaining. You're Alabama, for Pete's sake. Following a loss to Tennessee, Saban emphasized that unity and support from the fan base is crucial to the team's success in the current transition. There's 0% chance Nick Saban believes this. There's a 0% chance Nick Saban believes this. But when asked if they're living up to his standards, Saban refrained from judgment, which, by the way, is judgment. I like analyst Nick Saban.
Number 6.
The McDonald's story continues. Yes, for some reason, the McDonald's story continues as the media attempts to turn a brilliant campaign move by President Donald Trump, the former president, into a blunder. The restaurant chain, with a net favorability of 39 points, has announced that they cannot confirm that Kamala Harris had ever worked there at a branch in Alameda, California. They've now had that branch tell its employees to shut up. They're not allowed to talk. They're not allowed to talk about Kamala Harris, which is totally not suspicious at all. By the way, this came out from one of these stories. Trump's favorite McDonald's order during the Clemson championship game: 2 Filet-O-Fish, 2 Big Macs, and a chocolate shake. It's like 9,000 calories. That guy's the American hero that we need.
Number 5.
The United States Senator Tommy Tuberville, a Republican out of Auburn, criticized the DOJ's lawsuit against Alabama over purging non-citizens from the voter rolls, framing it as a partisan move by Democrats, and advocated for former President Donald Trump, saying he is the best hope for the country, praised his relentless work ethic. Tuberville also discussed Republicans learning to embrace early voting. Keep that one in mind. We're going to come back to that one later on in the 7 things. But the record turnout in some southern states, staying involved in elections, staying involved in politics, very important to Republicans' victory here if they're going to pull it off here in 2024. That conversation is taking place, and a lot of people are very happy to see Tommy Tuberville and others embracing early voting and out there trying to convince people to get out there and bank your votes, make a plan, all the other stupid things they tell you.
Number 4.
This is one of the sadder things I've seen in Alabama politics, but Alabama Democrats are going to be making appearances with a giant inflatable intrauterine device. An IUD. Maybe someone should place an I. Never mind. This thing is called the Frida Womb. Yeah, Frida is the name, and it's a womb. Frida Womb. It's an incredibly forced and unclever play on the words free the womb. Oh boy. State Representative Marilyn Lands, a Democrat out of Madison, a one-trick pony obsessed with abortion, and ALO2 congressional candidate Shamari Figures will both hold events with this monstrosity, proving that they think women only care about abortions. But Dale, IUDs aren't about abortions. That's a very good point. If you're a moron, they're trying to sell this to you under the premise of, no. It's reproductive health, not just abortions. Let me help you out here. It's just abortions. It's not IVF, it's not IUD, it's abortions.
Number 3.
Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed, smart enough to stay away from an inflatable IUD device, but not smart enough to not realize what a hypocrite he is. Here he is saying that Donald Trump is saying things that are unbecoming of the office. This, of course, was made in a comment where Donald Trump obviously is suffering from mental decline, and he talked about Arnold Palmer's penis, therefore he should not be allowed to be in office. Can I point out what Stephen Reed said not too long before his election? Can I quote it here? Oh, wait, I can't quote it because I can't say it on the radio, so let me give you some of it. I don't have to do no work systemically, and I'm going to be fine. And guess what? I will always get 38 to 45% of the white vote. If I get 30 to 45% of the white vote, I don't have to do anything to get the black vote I got in the past election. All blanking win. So that is the mayor of Montgomery who's telling you that Donald Trump is using language that's uncouth.
Number 2.
Senator Katie Britt praised Israel's successful elimination of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar, crediting their decision to ignore President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris's opposition to a ground invasion. Britt criticized Harris's stance, emphasizing that the operation in Rafah, where Sinwar was found, was necessary to prevent further attacks on innocent civilians. She reaffirmed her support for Israel's right to defend itself and called for the destruction of Hamas to restore peace. But the real headline here is that Israel heard what was being said by the Biden-Harris administration, or the Harris-Biden administration, or the Obama-Biden-Harris administration, and they said, no, we're going to do whatever it is we want to do in order to kill this. We did not listen to Kamala Harris. We're going to do what we want to do, and that's exactly what they should be doing to protect their country. Good move by Israel. Katie Britt points that out.
And now time for the number 1 thing you should be talking about today.
All right, we talk about trends. We talk about momentum. We talk about peaking at the right time. Think about this. We got all this early voting going on. Donald Trump seems to be doing very well right now in different swing states, and those early voting things that are happening across state are looking pretty good for Republicans. Check this out. Republicans are seeing a surge in early voting with encouragement from former President Donald Trump. This is the guy who did not like early voting, raised a lot of questions about it, as Republicans have. I'm not a big fan either, but these are the rules of the road, and you got to play by them. He urged supporters to vote before Election Day, and they're doing just that. The increase in GOP early voting is particularly strong in swing states like Georgia and North Carolina, where record-breaking numbers are being reported. Early voting totals in Nevada show Republicans leading by about 6,000 ballots. Now, this is the thing that if you're looking for a data point to look at and ask yourself, how is this election going? Look at Nevada. Nevada is considered to be a swing state, or Nevada, whichever way you want to say it, Nevada. And Republicans are leading by about 6,000 votes. 6,000 votes. Early voting is usually overwhelmingly Democrat. The argument being made here is that this 6,000 vote advantage by Republicans should lead people to say, man, Kamala Harris is in big trouble. There are concerns for Democrats, obviously. A longtime state political reporter, John Ralston, noted this shift could signal potential danger for Vice President Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party, and I think that is, pretty true. I think that's probably exactly where this is, and that's exactly what people should be worrying about. So, again, trends, momentum, all that stuff seem to be going in Donald Trump's direction. We'll stay on top of that and continue to monitor this early voting, which I hate, by the way. I hate early voting. I hate it. I despise it. But you got to play the game as it is. You can't make up your own game. So there we go. Leave it right there right now. You can weigh in and get your thoughts in. Would you early vote if we had the opportunity in Alabama? We don't have the early. Oh, we can't. We have to go to Election Day. Oh, my God, it's the worst thing. Get in here and voice your opinion right here, 205-545-9950. Get your thoughts in. Also get in for 10 with him. Get your questions in. We got a lot going on here today and a lot to discuss because let's just be real. We are getting very close to the election. Matt Murphy will be with us from WTN in Nashville. We'll talk with him about what's going on all over the country and here in the great state of Alabama. Maybe we'll ask him about whether he would pose with a inflatable IUD. What an embarrassment for Alabama Democrats. So anyway, we'll talk about all of that here in just a bit right here on the fastest hour of radio anywhere on your radio dial.
You're listening to News and Views with Dale Jackson.